Welcome back to Spinning the Past. Today I'm going to introduce you to my new great wheel. Well, this part right here, the spindle, is new. I had a master craftsman who specializes in these antique wheels to make a new spindle. This didn't come with it. But all the rest is original. I'm not sure the provenance of it. I'm getting used to everything. Some of these things are just like nails, rusty nails, so I put cork, and there's a cork on the tip as well. He included that, but do collect some corks because you need those on lots of different really sharp tips. I use them on the very bottom tip of Tockley's. I use the cork on the tip of all of my my spindles for my charka. So this is similar to a single hand drafting on a support spindle. So if you've used a charka, this is just a giant charka. If you're used to drafting with a support spindle, this is very similar. So if you're used to any of those, don't be scared that this is, oh, this looks different, so it must be different, that a totally different spinning technique. As long as you know how to spin off a tip, and I'll talk about that in a second, you'll be just fine with this. We'll take this off, and do keep that covered. Again, I have people who come through the studio and people just bump into it, or God forbid they might be looking down and poke their eye out or something like that. So this is the main part of the wheel, but the spinning action is here. Some people, I've seen old photographs, and sometimes they will put the wool here, like they're saying, look, because they think this is where the wool is made, not knowing that this is actually the tip and everything is where the wool is made, the spindle is. So the great wheel is new to me, and it's new to me practice spinning on. But I haven't had too many problems with it thus far. I have a real loud squeal. Even though I oiled the hub here, it's making the noise. I'll probably have to pull it all apart, give it a nice good greasing with the appropriate type grease. There's grease and then there's oil. So talk with other people, or Bob and Boy, he's the one who made this for me, and they might be able to direct you what is the best grease for the different parts of this. So here I am on a tip. You're going to be at a 45-degree angle. It could be a 45-degree angle here. It could be a 45-degree angle here. This morning I practiced and I sat on a bench right here, and it was about this far back, about this. I was with the hub. So I could still spin even though I was seated. And that wasn't any problem. My drafting and everything was much shorter than if I were walking back, standing up, but it was just no problem. So if you have hesitated to get this kind of a wheel because you have knee issues or you can't stand very long, you can do it. It's like no problem doing it seated. Again, as long as, this is the most important, as long as you are at a 45-degree angle somehow here, and you hear a flick, 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 that telltale flick, 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 then you won't have any problem, because that is what adds the twist. Really, all you're doing is adding the twist. And even when I had to, so after I flick, 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 and then I'm gonna put it back on this, I didn't have any problem at that length. And I'll talk a little bit about how one actually spins on this. So I am fiddling here just because I like to fiddle. Okay, so I'm gonna have it at a 45-degree angle, and it's going flick, 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 flick. This drive band spins this. These are different ratios. It's going back, okay. So this wheel wants to go, although I'm spinning Z, if it's standing still, it wants to go S, which is unspinning it. I will have to tighten this. There's a wooden screw peg down here. It should untwist it so I can move this that way, and that will put more tension on this so you won't get any slipping. This though is, I don't know if it's not rusted. I don't know what wood does, but it won't budge, at least from my strength and my hands. I'm sure I could get somebody else with strong hands and they can unscrew that. So if I can unscrew that down there, then I could move this entire mother of all that way. I can move it that way, and then that will put more tension on this, so that if you get any slipping, so I can hear it slipping. This is a jute that I just made today. It's slipping a little bit. Some people are kind of very bothered by that slipping, and they try different things like waxes and that. But I know if I just move this whole thing that away, if I moved this that away, this, oops, it's unspinning for me. Then this will automatically give it tension, just like on a treadmill, just like that. So I'll stop talking and I will spin. So when I get to a distance that I want, and I'm still using, my same drafting techniques, I'm pinching the twist because I don't want it to go into my rolag. Then I go counterclockwise, and I just wind it on. And then I leave some twist in there for the tip, and then I can just draft back. Now this doesn't give me as much twist as quickly as I am used to on the charkas, spinning cotton, for example. So that is something that I have to get used to, and just with practice, knowing really what the twist ratio is for this. And it's okay. How do I know when it's ready? When it's pulling in, so I could just feel it pulling in. That just takes dexterity, that takes a little skill. When it wants to pull in, then I know it has sufficient twist. You can do one of these self-ply things. Because I'm doing a rolag, see there, nice fluffy woolen. This is gonna be woolen. Why? Because my preparation is a woolen preparation, and my long draw drafting technique is also woolen. So this is going to be a woolen, which is a softer yarn. Right. So like I said, I'm just being futzy because I don't like inconsistencies. So if you see a little extra fat thing, you can just twist your fingers to get that twist in there. There we go. So this is just a big charka. And I'm sure they were less futzy than I am about spinning, okay? So here I have to join on again. Fuzzy bit to fuzzy bit. The twist is your glue. So I need to make sure that there's sufficient twist, and I watch here. This is where my eye is. It's not there. I'm not watching this. My eyes should focus right here. This is where the magic happens, right here. Because I'm pinching off because I don't want the twist to go into the unspun. I'm controlling where that twist stops at least. Back it up, and I rub it on. So I'm trying to draft a little bit further and see what we do. I don't think it has sufficient twist. Okay, there I am. I'm just kind of, this is not the best wool, but it's good for practicing for beginners. I go back and I reel it on. There we go. So that's all there is to it. Put that on there. Just a brief introduction to my new great wheel, my first working great wheel. I'm really happy. I have wanted to do this for a long time. I was also like, can I do it? Can I? But as soon as I got my rolag and I got my drive band on, and it just started turning just like a jargon. So it was pretty easy for me. So I'm hoping if you have a chance to give a great wheel a try, please do that. It's a lot of fun. And if you have any problem with standing for a long time or anything, you can sit and spin as long as you get that 45-degree angle, and you're going to have to be able to kind of twist it to get this kind of 90 degrees when you roll it on like that. But it won't be a long draft, and I'm trying to stay on camera. I mean, in theory I could draft out pretty far, but my arms are not that high because you still need to have it over your head to wind it on. So anyways, just a brief little introduction, and I'm wishing everyone great spinning today, and I'll see you next time on